Coming up on the ADCs of Wrestling, we talk about Seth Rollins and the amazing role that he's on lately. We pretty much have a fully fleshed out card for Money in the Bank. We're going to talk about that. Plus, a brand new song pair. Damn it, not yet. Braun.
Sorry, I got excited. Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go! Oh, hell yeah!
Are you ready for a show with questionable wrestling impressions by a guy I know?
It's gotta, yeah.
ADC.
Ooh, yeah, dig it.
ADC.
Let me take you something, ADC.
He watches wrestling.
This is awesome, Michael.
Do you know your ADCs, the ADCs of Wrestling?
Featuring that stupid idiot, Matt the Mark.
Welcome to the ADCs of Wrestling. I'm your host, Andrew David Cox, the Weird Al of Wrestling, the man of 1,004 voices, all that good-ish. Joined once again by my great pal, the stupid idiot himself, Matt the Mark. Matty, how do you feel about the intro this week?
So I'm a stupid idiot now.
Well, you wanted the wrestler to say it, so now a wrestler it's in the, it's not in the song, but it's a wrestler's voice. Chris Jericho wasn't a part of the repertoire. He wasn't one of the ADCs of wrestling yet, as it were.
Let me guess. Am I also on the list?
Yeah. You just made the list. You just made the list, Matty.
You know what my demands are. I feel like you got a little bit closer by using a wrestler's voice, but you know my demands.
You're really tough to please, and this is getting old. Okay.
I don't believe it is. It will be over when you just adhere to my demands.
Dude gets like 3 hashtags and he thinks he's the shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, fam?
I mean, come on, you're so close. Just freaking do it.
All right. I will.
God.
Okay? Jeez. Did you have a good week last week, Matty?
I did.
Yeah?
I did. It was, weather's been great.
It's really, I didn't expect it to be so damn hot today.
It's
like
super
extremely humid.
Yeah, and I think we're supposed to get some thunderstorms, but yeah, I don't know. Just working
This is
away.
very relevant to our listeners in Georgia.
Yeah. Istanbul and so on.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's been good. How about yourself? Have you been busy? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I spent the last 6 days at work. Working 10-hour days, long days.
Yucky.
It included my birthday.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That was a hell of a party.
Yeah, so funny story. I didn't know it was your birthday. For some reason, I thought your birthday was in July or something.
Yeah, no, you really are. That's why you're a stupid idiot this week in the intro and not my best pal, Matt the Mark.
Okay, I see where you're coming from a little bit more now, but
sure.
Either way, I don't know why I thought your birthday was in July, and then when you tweeted that, I was like, oh, okay, he's just having a little bit of fun. But apparently, it was actually your birthday.
Yeah, no, I literally share a birthday with Seth Rollins, and it also happened to land on Rusev Day this year, so it was a really
very convenient
occasion, but I had to unfortunately spend it at work.
That's
fine.
I'm going to run outside. I got a birthday gift for you. It's in the shape of a guitar.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to need you to turn around real quick.
Oh, I like surprises. Ooh, this will be fun.
Guitar to back.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I...
Okay, I won't hit you with a guitar.
I don't know if I need that gift. I've the biggest fanboy crush on Seth Rollins lately because...
He's killing it.
He's destroying everything about pro wrestling lately in a good way. He's killing it. He's not destroying pro wrestling. He's killing it.
Yeah.
But also, he just did an interview segment where they asked him questions, and his favorite album of all time, he said Homesick, A Day to Remember.
Yeah.
I was like, nice, man.
Pretty crazy.
We're the exact same age. Our birthday's the same. So basically, me and Seth Rollins are
pretty well the same person.
We're bros.
His hair is a little longer, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm the 4th member of the Shield. His hair is much better than mine.
Of course.
Our bodies, similar, comparable.
Yeah, not even that. I like the way he's going from wrestler to wrestler every week. He's putting the IC title on the line, and they're believable matches and stories. I feel like they keep setting up next week's match perfectly at the end of it's just.
We'll talk about it a bit more.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
By the way, I love how you just no-sold when I said our bodies were similar. I really expected you to say something like you're a dumbass or that's not true at all.
I hurt you
yes, you're an Adonis Cox. Your body is godly. Something sarcastic.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I hurt you with the hair because bald.
Right.
So why would I go even further and
you're
just
bald though, so it's okay.
Well, I know, but I'm not claiming to look like a wrestler.
Right.
I mean, hit the gym, and then we'll talk.
Hey, I go to the gym.
Me too.
Anyway, we've got some other news from around the world of professional wrestling to touch on. We're going to talk about the up-to-date card for Money in the Bank, or Monster in the Bank. And we're going to talk about everything else that happened this week in WWE. We're going to have just 2 tweets, and I might even have a new song parody to debut on the show. Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's about time, to be honest.
It is about time.
I feel like I know where that song is going to come from.
I might have already referenced it.
Did you?
I don't know. Last week we debuted the name The Foundation. Nobody else has any really better suggestions that I could think of. We were talking about possibly the Nation of Impersonations.
Which isn't bad. It's
not
just
bad.
a little long.
It's a little long. I don't like the acronym, the NOI. It's not so cool.
Yeah, fair enough.
But it's very clever, so thank you, Chilluminati. I like that. And I may still say it occasionally.
Yeah.
But The Foundation it is.
I like the acronym the F. That's good.
Right, yeah. The F's.
Yeah.
Bunch of F boys.
If we're gonna worry about the acronym, I really like the F.
Well, they can all be the F boys, you know? Bunch of F boys.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
That's so nope. No, they can't be the F boys.
All
has a
my
separate
F boys.
meaning. Yeah.
See you next week, F boys.
Nope. Let's stick with the Foundation. Whoa, this is going off the rails real fast.
Yay! Yay! Welcome to ADCs of Wrestling. Yay! Speaking of going off the rails, did you see Enzo's video? Wow!
I did. He's
That had me grabbing my consensual penis.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I was ready to give this guy the benefit of the doubt, and now he's just confirmed that he's actually a terrible person. So I don't give a shit about him at all, and he can just shut the fuck up. Nobody's going to care about this guy in like 4 months, period.
I don't disagree with that. There's a lot of layers we could peel away from this. This is like a douchey onion. There's a lot going on in this. It makes you want to cry, and it just keeps coming back. There's layers upon layers upon layers, and then inside it's just the worst part of it. But it's like... Kudos to him, at least, for doing something and having a message. At least, like, a lot of hip-hop these days is literally just like, Gucci is a habit, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's literally nothing.
Sure.
So at least his lyrics had content, and he actually had a message. He was trying to say something to his critics and whatnot. The problem is, a lot of the people he's critiquing are the people that he's thanking for supporting him. Like, is he making fun of us? Like, basically, we're the fat marks that talk about wrestling and tweet about the news and everything. So, first of all, I took it personally. Not really, but I'm not the same as that guy. Ma, it's the 25th anniversary of sports entertainment. Let me do my job. But that's not me. I'm cooler than that, I think. I have the body of Seth Rollins, so I'm a god.
No.
But,
no.
It's just like...
I just didn't think the song was very good.
all over wrestling fans. I know he's trying to shit on like a certain... segment of the wrestling fan community, but it just felt weird. And then, on top of that, like, let's be honest, his voice is trash.
Terrible.
He can't rap. He's basically worse than Riff Raff, and that's a low bar.
I don't know rap much, but even I was listening to it thinking, this is not good. Like, this is not good.
His voice is literally cutting out at certain points. It's
you know what? I thought maybe he could be somewhat decent at it because of his promos and that sort of thing when he was in the ring.
He's got the charisma to do it. He's got a voice, so it does make him sound
flow, though,
different.
Man. Like,
but
it just... who am I to comment?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
But he was
flow,
bad. It just wasn't good. I actually, when I was listening to it, I thought that it was kind of a joke. Like, it was a parody, but... He seems to be running off like this is a serious thing, and apparently he's got new music coming.
Real one.
I don't know. I feel like if this guy wanted people to take him more seriously and get behind him, at least the masses rather than just a select few of people, this was not the way to do it.
It was
releasing a diss track for someone who is claiming to...
It was a very Enzo way to start this hip-hop career of his.
I didn't like it. Whether the song was good or not, the whole premise of it and what he's trying to do, it actually shows how much of a... or at least what kind of a person he is rather than...
I understand him being upset if it's true. So, I don't want to speculate on whether it's true or not because the case was dropped. There was a lack of evidence. So it is kind of shitty that he, got fired. If it's true, and he doubled down on the fact that he didn't know until it was released publicly that there was an investigation going on. If all that's true, that's fine. And it makes sense that he might want to kind of clap back at people, to use hip-hop terminology, or, want to just... he would have beef with how it all went down, but I just don't feel like the song is good. So that's honest.
It's okay to clap back, but don't do it this way. Don't
I
release
love you
a
saying
friggin'
clap back.
Well, that's because that's what you said. I don't know what it means, but I'm assuming that it means what I think it does.
You're like, okay, yeah, I think it's fine for him to do a clap back.
No, but this isn't the way to do it. Like, releasing a diss track actually just kind of approves what everyone thought of you as a person. So I didn't like it. I don't know much about rap. I'll claim it. I didn't think the song was good at all, and I think it was the wrong way to do this. So
I'm not really torn because it's not a good song, but it could have been worse in the sense that it could have literally just been about being rich or something. At least like, I know I said it earlier, but at least there was lyrical content there that had a purpose. But it's just a bad song. It's not going to age well.
No.
Like, it's just one of those things where in 10 years...
He's not going to age well. People are going to be done with this guy in a couple months. When he doesn't get signed anywhere because he keeps doing this shit, it's not going to matter.
Well, here's the real question from a hip-hop rap standpoint and a wrestling standpoint. Who was the better rapper, Enzo Amore or Macho Man Randy Savage?
Macho Man. Don't even have to think about it.
You know what, Hogan? Yeah.
Have you heard the actual diss track, the Macho Man track?
No,
man.
I can't say
I'm
I
not
have.
even joking. It's a thing.
Come on.
He wrote a track about Hogan. It's amazing.
You know what? I saw on Twitter there was a picture. I thought it was photoshopped. There was a picture of Macho Man and it was in like sort of a rap setting.
Oh yeah,
like it was a song.
He's
I
got,
thought
like,
it was like a
do-rag
Photoshop.
on and his earrings and stuff. Yeah,
I think he was wearing a couple chains around his neck.
Oh, he was wearing chains.
No.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was fake. I thought that was. Oh no.
Nope.
Anyways, I'm still picking Macho. So
you gotta look that up, brother. This one time, me and Mach, we got in the studio, and he's like, "I'm gonna tear up Hulk Hogan," and then he rapped a song, and then we left. Cool, Scott. Cool.
Razor with all the stories.
Yeah, I'm just oozing machismo, guy. You know. Anyways, yeah. More controversy based on, last week you had an opinion about CM Punk.
I have the same opinion.
The same opinion? Your opinion has not changed?
It has not changed.
I just wanted to let people know why I put that video up on our YouTube channel, then took it down. It's not the fact that some people were like, oh, I care about CM Punk. That makes sense. But it just felt off-brand for my channel. I want every video on my channel to make you laugh.
Yeah, we're more about comedy rather than having serious viewpoints on wrestling.
And there's like 6,000 Smart Mark channels where they just take podcast clips or they make their own statements and stuff. And I just felt like, you know what? I don't want to be that douchey guy who's just putting like clickbait covers up saying like CM Punk, who cares? And then just throwing out some hot take and trying to get people to
it's funny
shit all over it.
You texted me and you're like, hey, should we put this up? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? It's not something we typically
right from Jump
do.
Street, I was like, I don't know.
But then 10 minutes, you're like, this just doesn't feel right. I don't know. Was it even up an hour? I don't even know.
It was up probably a couple hours.
Oh, was it? I don't know.
Anyway.
Either way, my opinion hasn't changed. And this trial that's going on, I just don't care.
It's funny that it has started and it's just... To picture a jury sitting there and just listening to like the Colt Cabana show, the whole like hour and a half show with CM Punk, and I think Punk was supposedly there too, trying to be serious during
was
it.
He? Oh,
yeah,
God.
And the jurors are there listening to the show, and I feel like every time he said Z-Pack, he probably just cracked a smile. He's like, "Yeah, fucking Z-Pack.
Yeah,
just go back and take a fucking Z-Pack."
Hey, I'm not I don't know. I don't care about Punk right now, but there was one guy that claimed, like, oh, he'll mark out if Punk's music's hit. And I honestly won't. I don't care. This guy's got to do something more than just show up to All In to win some fans back, in my opinion.
I'll mark out.
My opinion.
I will mark out.
You're a loser.
Well, honestly, I was never the biggest Punk fan just because I wasn't the hugest fan of their product at the time, but it's still a big name returning to wrestling, and I'll mark out just because of what I know it means to fans.
Fair enough.
That's all I know.
I also just I don't like that it's him possibly making a possible appearance is overshadowing the fact that All In is going to be friggin' ridiculous without him.
Yeah.
So it
just adds to it, man. It adds to the aura. It's like when The Undertaker's supposed to come back to something. You're just kind of like, I know what you mean. It kind of overshadows it. People are like, yeah, but is Taker coming? Because if Taker doesn't show up, then we don't really care that much.
Yeah. And then it's a letdown if he doesn't show up. Meanwhile, the rest of the show is probably awesome.
Did you see Cena putting over Velveteen Dream?
I did.
On social media?
I did, and I love it because I'm a huge fan of Velveteen Dream. I've been talking about him for a while, and I love him. And seeing Cena talk about him just affirms my opinion. So.
Velveteen Dream.
DREAM.
Bing, bing, is this going to be the show this week? Can we just degrade to that?
I've actually got a little bit to talk about with NXT in a second here.
Oh, wonderful. And why don't you give us a little NXT update because I'm still slacking. I'm behind. Or do you want to talk Velveteen first?
No. I mean, Velveteen's kind of part of it. So going into TakeOver, we got some actually pretty good matches. It's pretty funny because if you just look at it on paper, it's probably like, who are these people? This might be the worst takeover ever. But if you are actually watching, like Lars is going to take on Aleister Black, which
Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, Lars Sullivan. Everyone's like, I don't really know, but he's become like, they've really pushed this guy as a monster in NXT. And this spot this week, they finally went face to face. And Aleister Black went for the Black Mass, the reverse heel kick that he does. and Lars caught it with one hand.
Nice.
And not even like his good hand. It was his off hand. He just reached over and then hit him with his finisher. There hasn't been a lot of build up for this, but I feel like over the next couple weeks before TakeOver, it's going to really just take off. I'm excited for that match because Aleister Black himself is ridiculous.
Do you like Aleister Black's pants? I saw that on social media. People being like, the pants, though. The pants.
I don't care that much, I guess. I didn't even think about it and didn't see it. I like what they've done with Lars, and go back I guess not go back.
I'll get there.
You got to watch it.
I'll get there.
His intro, his music is awesome, and then they have this scene.
I like Lars Sullivan a lot.
They have this camera angle where he comes in and they take it from corner to corner, but they have a spotlight shine behind him, so he's just a silhouette.
Yeah,
and he's just, oh man, does it look good? It's got to take
like
a while to
high
set
school
up.
Gym
But
teacher or something, or he was
I don't even
professor?
know. He's got a bit of a lisp too, so it's kind of his promo this week. I was
Right.
like, oh, come on, just work a little harder. But it's there. It's there.
He's a bit of a Lashley.
It's good. It's good. They talked about this week. They announced that Fozzy, there's a new Fozzy song that's going to be the official TakeOver song. So I think that's actually 2 Fozzy songs in a row.
Nice.
It'd be awesome if Jericho came out at no. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'm just kidding.
You stupid idiot.
Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. So last week was pretty big, but this week during an EC3 match, Johnny Gargano just walked out. No music, nothing. Didn't even come from the ramp. Came from the crowd. Walked over to the announcer desk, grabbed a mic, and said, "This is my contract for the Chicago street fight," and then left. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But my thought is, hopefully this leads to a Gargano EC3 feud, post TakeOver.
Right.
Either way, EC3.
When do you think it's time that they call up Johnny Gargano? Like, I feel like SummerSlam would have been a good time. Or is he still so high atop their card that it just makes sense to have him be the man down there?
It's a good question. I would have said, well, even a couple weeks ago, we said, he's got to come up now, and Tommaso. But I think what they're doing with this is good. I think this will be the payoff match, though. And then I see them going separate ways. I don't know if one of them will get called up, though. I think it's going to go on. Johnny's going to stay down there a little bit more. I just don't know. I don't know how they could bring him up and put him on a main card and run the small guy story with Daniel Bryan there as well. So it's hard to say.
Maybe we're going to go to Home Depot. I don't know if we're going to have enough time.
Yeah. But anyways, EC3.
Anything else in NXT?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. I'm not going to do too much more. Shayna and Dakota Kai finally had their match where they've been playing this story where Dakota Kai has been super scared of Shayna.
Right.
So they had a pretty good match, and she got some offense in, but Shayna won, obviously. But then Nikki Cross came out, and it's setting up Nikki Cross at TakeOver. But the whole thing was she basically ran up and took the title off Shayna's shoulder, which I've never seen before. Just ran up behind her, took it off, and then carried it back into the ring. And then while she's in there, she's like, start a match, and Dakota Kai is going to be the referee. Basically lands a move on Shayna, pins her, steals the title again, runs around. It was really funny, but
interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were just gonna kind of tell me what you liked and not give me like a full story update on everything.
Fair enough.
Because now I'm not even gonna have to watch. Man.
Here's the thing that I liked the most, and what is probably the best thing going on in WWE right now. I said it last week. I'll say it again this week because they push it even further. Velveteen Dream and Ricochet is going to steal Money in the Bank weekend. They've been building this up for a long time.
I could easily see that.
Oh my God. So Dream came out, and after Ricochet won his match, which I won't go into the whole match, but there's one spot I got to talk about in the match. Anyways, the whole conversation is just Dream saying, whatever you can do, I can do better, and that's fine. But that leads to Ricochet not running and bouncing off the ropes to create speed, but just running and flipping out of the ring like you would just see like a dive, lands on his feet without stopping, walks up to Velveteen Dream, talks into the mic as Velveteen Dream's still holding it, and accepts the match. It was, I don't want to give it like pump it too much.
It's like a really good fake out.
Man, it wasn't even a fake out. It was just Dream says, whatever you can do, I can do better. And Ricochet was like, prove it.
Nice.
It was unbelievable. But watch it, because there's a spot. He's wrestling this 6'8" guy, 270 pounds, does just like a kind of snap suplex on him, goes to do a second one, but instead of the guy getting up, he fucking deadlifts him from the ground, from his back, deadlifts him into another suplex. That's my NXT update. That's it. It went longer than I expected, but
well, tune in next week while ADC is in the United Kingdom and Matt DeMarc is hosting his own NXT podcast.
Not going to do it. Not going to do it. I didn't expect it to go that far, but NXT's been like killing me lately. It's
literally,
so
you
good.
should just do your own NXT show.
I don't want to.
But you should.
But I won't.
You're going to.
No, I'll just make sure that I take less time. NXT is really good right now, and I think people are going to shit on it because they don't recognize some of the names. But if you just watch what they're putting out there is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a really strong product again. There was a time when it kind of hit a lull where they gouged it a bit, took some of the talent up to the main card, and then it was down for a bit. But then as soon as like Adam Cole came back and all these guys came in, almost started to fire on all cylinders, and it's a hell of a show. It's
really fucking good right now.
Let's talk about the main show, Raw and SmackDown. Here are your newly qualified competitors for the Money in the Bank briefcase, as this is how we've started the last few weeks. On the men's side, Samoa Joe upsetting poor Daniel Bryan once again. What do you think about this? How do you feel this is happening with Daniel Bryan? Because I think this is actually really interesting that they're clearly trying to tell this underdog story again with Daniel Bryan. And I actually think it works really well to have him lose another match. And probably, I guess now he's going to have another rematch with Big Cass.
Well, I think the story was they were always going to, like the Big Cass Daniel Bryan thing was going to go on at least one more pay-per-view. And then there was
kind of has to.
Well, for sure, but I think there was uncertainty around Cass's injury. I do fully believe that they thought it was going to be a real issue.
Yeah, me too.
And it turns out that it wasn't. So, I mean, that's great for Cass and everything. I also think the backstage heat was a real thing as well with Cass. So maybe they were trying to figure out what they were going to do.
Maybe that's why he ever stole a win or took a loss to Daniel Bryan in the first place.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, here's where you go with this, with Bryan. If you really want to play this underdog thing where you have to break him down and then bring him back up to the point where people start to question, like, oh, can Daniel do it anymore? Is he really washed up? Like, is he not the Daniel Bryan we've seen in the past? Is you actually have him now lose to Big Cass as well, because that puts Cass in another echelon where he's actually beaten Daniel Bryan clean. Daniel Bryan is like back to the drawing board. I missed out. It's kind of the same thing they did with John Cena. Just do it better.
True. I also think that they, at least in this match, the way they told the story was Daniel Bryan beat Big Cass. He was 1 second away from beating him, put his finisher on him, everything, right? Like he beat him, and Joe stole that win. So I think this is more Joe winning the match rather than Daniel Bryan losing it, if that makes sense.
I could see that. Yeah, my wheels started turning in a different direction than yours.
Fair.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't see the underdog story with Daniel Bryan right now. I don't know if it's because of how aggressive he is in the ring and on the mic.
He does seem like such a badass right now.
He does,
it's tough to picture him as somebody who couldn't beat anybody on any given day.
Yeah.
You'd have to keep beating him for that to be the case. But
yeah. What'd you think of Joe's promo beforehand, though?
I loved it.
Yeah.
We don't deserve Samoa Joe.
We don't.
Honestly.
Man. He's so
for him
good.
to come out and just talk about it like it was a story from, the Bible and talking about Jacob and everything, and just climbing the ladder and taking the briefcase down.
That was my favorite part. Before he even said anything, that was my favorite part.
You can't tell me that this was written word for word. There's got to be some guys that have a little bit of an extra long leash.
Yeah.
And I think they've given Samoa Joe some slack, because that is just something that's so, like, if there are guys who are writing stuff like that verbatim, then what the hell is happening to poor Bailey out there on Monday Night Raw? Like, who's writing Bailey's stuff as opposed to who's writing Joe's stuff?
Yeah.
Because that's got to be a whole different pay scale, let's be honest.
Well, and it could be, I mean, I don't know if you saw the leaked Raw skit from this week. It was specifically around the B-Team barbecue area, which we will touch on. But it wasn't so much a word-for-word script. It was kind of like, okay, the B-Team's going to do this, and then they're going to introduce this.
Right. Well, with so many moving parts, it'd be really tough to script that one word
Absolutely.
for word.
There's too many people involved. So I think that could be the same thing with Joe. It's like, Joe, go out there, get a ladder, grab the briefcase, and then these are the talking points you want to hit,
Tell
but just go
Birdie
with it.
B and Bree that Daniel Bryan's not coming home the same man he was before. Like, Jesus.
He's
this
so
guy's
good.
so sick.
He's
dope.
I don't know what it is, because like
was Daniel Bryan going to clap back, Matty?
Stop it. No, I like the way Joe can like raise his voice, but then get like super calm, and it seems like it's still the same intensity. There's something about Joe.
There's so
man,
much to love about Samoa Joe. He's just that barrel-chested badass.
Yeah.
That looks like he would kick your ass at a bar.
Absolutely.
It's the 1980s prototype for all of Southern wrestling, essentially. Like, he's the NWA champion circa 1986.
It's true.
He's Dusty Rhodes' biggest rival from the 80s. He's everything that we loved in wrestling back in the day. And I'm not saying that Samoa Joe, like, doesn't work out or anything. He's just got that basic, like, big guy body that's more attainable. It's more average. Same thing as Kevin Owens. And it's just... He's intimidating in a whole different way, just because he just doesn't give a fuck. He's got no fucks left to give.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's so scary that you're like, he doesn't need to go to the gym. Like, he's going to figure out a way to just choke the life out of me. And he's so scary and mean that he's not going to let up.
Yeah.
Like, he might actually kill me.
Yeah.
He's a very scary human being.
What did you think about Big Cass coming out beforehand and making it a triple threat rather than having like a run-in at the end and ruining the match?
That might have been a little better heat. I did feel a bit of I said on Twitter to our boy Jonathan, who's very funny on Twitter, by the way. His tweets always make me laugh. Shout out to Jonathan. But I felt a bit of the bait and switch blues with the match, but I think that keeps our appetites whetted for the actual singles match down the road, and that's a big money match between Daniel and Joe. So I don't mind them putting a Cass in the match and having a three-way match because
I actually enjoyed it.
It was a good match. They got a half an hour out of it.
Yep.
It was entertaining. It got Big Cass in the ring. They're trying to get him reps, right? They're trying to get him out there. But one thing they have to do is, my God, get this guy a tailor.
I don't know why. I knew you were going to touch on this.
Looks absolutely ridiculous. His sleeves are like 3 inches too short.
But could this be part of his character, though, maybe?
I don't know. I'm so big, I can't wear a suit right. Look at me.
I don't know.
My knee's fine. My suit is trash.
He's kind of this cocky idiot, so I feel like maybe it's not, but I feel like it fits perfectly with what he's doing.
Would a cocky idiot come out like this?
Yeah.
Put his finger up in the air and just shake his head and do that derpy smile. Oh, Big Cass.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the other thing
we do deserve Big Cass.
We do. I think the other thing I wanted to touch on with Daniel Bryan too, they might keep him away from the title picture and Money in the Bank for the simple fact that he doesn't have a new contract. It's up in September. You can't put him in those spots if you don't know if he's even going to be in the company. I can't see him leaving, to be honest.
I don't think he's going to leave. I think he fought so hard to be in WWE and to finally be allowed to be doing what he wants, unless their creative is absolute garbage with him, and so far it's not. It's very good.
It's been good, yeah.
I don't see him leaving. I see it, if anything, being a bit of just a play, a power play. Don't sign a contract until your deal's up. Anybody is financially smart would kind of do something like that.
Yeah, and we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but if you're Daniel Bryan also seeing All In become, the biggest indie show ever.
But don't you think that would be a good way to play the WWE?
Sure.
For a little extra cash for a little Birdie B?
Daniel Bryan's going to get paid no matter what.
No,
so I don't think he needs to play that game with WWE. They're not going to strong arm Daniel Bryan, literally their biggest name over the last 3 or 4 years.
I bet it's literally they just haven't gotten it done yet.
It could just be that.
It'll be like a week before, and it'll be like, how much do you want, pal? It'll be like, I don't know, like a $500,000 next year? Done.
$500,000. This guy, he's making way more than that.
Yeah.
He's not making Brock money, but...
What do you think he's at, like $1 million a year? I don't know if anybody without endorsements, their base contract, I don't know if anybody's at like $1 million a year other than maybe a Cena or a Brock. And that might be more.
I don't know. Isn't Brock at like $800,000 an appearance?
Is he really?
I don't know. He's
maybe
per appearance.
I am way off.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these guys are making mills.
Well, you can at me, Andrew David Cox, with your stats, your numbers. You guys can call me a stupid idiot.
This is what makes our show a little bit different. We don't know.
Yeah, I just like to talk about how Big Cass looks like a dumbass in a suit. That's all I want.
And I like to talk about how I think it fits his character perfect.
Catch when stupid idiot on commentary, not Michael Cole, the other guy, the guy, the dude, the Tom Phillips.
Oh, I have no idea where you were going there.
Did you catch when Tom Phillips was like the shrimp and the blimp, blah blah? Like what? He called Daniel Bryan the shrimp and Samoa Joe
Cass
the
called
blimp?
him that.
Oh, okay.
Cass called him that.
That's what I wanted to ask you. I was like, what the fuck was that? The shrimp and the blimp?
He was walking down the aisle, and that's what he called him that.
Okay.
And then
I was too distracted by his sleeves.
It's like he made himself laugh or something because he looked over. He's like, that's funny.
Oh. Yeah, see, that's why you actually listen, and I just fixate on dumb shit.
Yeah, the shrimp and the blimp, which is ridiculous because, yeah, Joe's big, but you're telling me there's not a ton of muscle under there?
Well, if Big Cass is going to be the big bully, that makes sense. Let's talk about the women's side real quick here. Okay. Well, we don't have to make it quick. Let's just talk about it. I don't want to shortchange the ladies, just like Raw did.
Like Raw did. Whoa!
Sasha Banks qualified after a grueling 20-minute gauntlet match with
24 minutes to be exact. Ridiculous.
This whole thing started with an awful promo from Bayley. I don't know what's going on with her.
Why did they let her talk?
This was the equivalent of her being like, you think you're going to win, Sasha? Well, guess what? I'm going to win.
Well, it's just like why'd they make her run through all the wrestlers that she has to beat?
I don't know.
They literally just did a promo with all of them throughout the show.
It was
Why
really
are you
bad.
reminding us?
And you could see her kind of going through the Rolodex.
Well, she had to think about it.
She was like, eyes go back for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, also Mickey James, and here's the script they gave me for Mickey James.
Yeah.
And it was just so cringy. And
What's
I hate
killing
that word
me,
because
though-
that's the worst thing people ever comment on my stuff online. That like millennial
This is
internet
cringeworthy.
thing. Oh, this is cringe, bro. It's cringe.
The thing that not shocked me, but stood out to me the most is when her music hit, there was no pop. It was quiet.
I know. The crowd goes mild for Bayley now. And it's at the end of a long show, but what have they done really lately to make Bayley feel like an attraction?
And originally I thought, I don't know if you could make Bayley heel or turn her heel, or in the case it would have to be Sasha, but now I think completely opposite. They need to turn Bayley heel, have her turn against the crowd, and it's easy. And you're done. I don't care about your little girls. I don't care about this anymore. Like, it'd be so easy for her to turn heel and get some sort of reaction from the crowd because she is dead right now.
I'm not gonna try to act like I'm some genius who had any kind of clairvoyancy back in the day.
You can see this coming.
But I just, when people were talking about Bayley as the future John Cena for the women's division and how she's going to be huge on the main roster, I never really saw it. I just thought, I guess, I don't know, I liked Bayley, but her gimmick was never my favorite thing on NXT. I got that she's great in the ring. Her and Sasha had some amazing matches.
Yep.
The TakeOver series was fantastic, but I just didn't see it translating to the main stage because you're going to have people in their 30s and stuff like us that are at the shows and maybe they weren't watching NXT, and you're going to have kids who might dig it, but then you're going to have parents and stuff who are like, I don't know what this chick's all about. What's with the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man and all that stuff. And her promos aren't getting her anywhere.
And they're not getting better either. So I don't know if she's just not practicing or what. The problem is she is a really good wrestler and she could be a good character. I don't think she has a direction right now.
No,
there's nothing.
Doesn't.
And they slow burn that Sasha thing for so long that just nobody cares about it anymore.
And it seems like it's gone.
There was no payoff.
It seems like it's over.
There was no payoff at all.
They didn't play off of it at all. It's not like it's heading to some big clash at SummerSlam. I don't think.
I mean, it still could maybe. I don't know.
She's not in the Money in the Bank match, is she?
Nope.
No, it's just Sasha because she was, So,
I don't know.
Idea.
I mean, for the whole match, so Sasha Banks and Ruby got 6 minutes, and they had the longest portion of the match. This gauntlet match was 24 minutes. The men had 2 hours.
I know. That's what I tweeted on Monday.
I could understand the women not going 2 hours. That's fine. But 24 minutes compared to 2 hours, it's very glaring. And I was so
it's
disappointed.
quite apparent. I think, unfortunate as it is to say, you got to kind of look at the quality of the individuals that were in said matches, because you had Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, all these really big main eventers in that Raw Gauntlet match, and then you kind of had to tell the story with the Riot Squad and Mickey James and everybody in that Gauntlet match. And I just don't know if they're...
Liv got 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, the Riot Squad is just the new Job Squad. They literally just
and I'm
are
fine
the
with that
Job
because they need that, but give them more than 6 seconds like that, or 10 seconds. That is ridiculous.
Well, I think
they could have easily given her 2 minets.
But Maddie, that's to make Bayley look good. That was their way of trying to save face for Bayley. You know what I mean? She gets ganged up on. She beats the 2 members of the Riot Squad, and then finally Ruby. Then they try to give if you try to go through how they were booking it, it makes sense. It's like Bayley's really strong. She takes out Liv Morgan because Liv's unfortunately chum, and then Sarah Logan comes in. She gets taken out too, and then Ruby Riott comes and tries to pick the bones after she's gotten beat down by both of them. So it's it makes sense Bayley's gone. And then you get, finally, it must have been nice for Mickey James to come out and enjoy more than a small spatter of applause because she was in her hometown, and she always works hard.
I totally get the story part of it, but you could have still told that story and given Liv a little bit more time.
I guess.
Otherwise,
do you feel like there's something more for Liv Morgan? She's
no, not at all.
Capable of more?
Not at all. But a little bit of offense to at least put that doubt in, and it would have been fine. And I'm not talking about anything big. Still could have been a squash match, but a simple, a quick belly to belly. I don't care what they call it. It's a belly to belly.
I know.
It's just I don't know.
I didn't hate that as much as you because I feel like if you always give people a little more, it starts to feel the same every week. And
that's true, but
if you can lose by getting caught by somebody's finisher, that's the best way to lose, right?
True, but this is what's the same every week is the Riot Squad going down quickly.
That's true.
So I don't know. Anyways,
yeah, Sasha's qualified for Money in the Bank.
Yeah. So we've got the Money in the Bank matches set now.
Yeah,
everyone's involved. So What do we got? Alexa, Charlotte, Natty, Becky, Lana, Naomi, and Ember Moon.
Okay.
For the women. Wait, is that? It's 7? 8. Who am I missing? Oh, and then Sasha. Right. Who just qualified. And then on the men's side, Bobby, Miz, Finn, Strowman, Rusev, KO, New Day, which
New Day.
We'll talk about at the end of the show. And then
TBDZ.
Joe. So I think those are 2 really solid Money in the Bank matches.
It's hard to have a terrible Money in the Bank match with 7 good wrestlers involved.
8.
Speaking of Money in the Bank, Braun Strowman is the monster in the bank.
I don't hate this as much as I hate brains, but why do they just keep giving this guy play on words for characters? Like, I just, I don't know. I like it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, would you like it more if it were a kick-ass song parody?
Probably.
This is WWE superstar Braun Strowman, and I'm a monster in the bank. You can get these hands up. The monster among men, Braun Strowman. Listen to the ADCs of wrestling. Let's go. I'm the monster in the bank. Just trying to make him bang. I'm the monster in the bank. Just trying to make him bang. I'm the monster in the bank. Just trying to make him bang. I'm the monster in the bank. Just trying to make him bang. I'ma get that title. That shit's mine. With the briefcase. What's inside? First I gotta make it stop at my branch. Let me get some clean ass camo pants. Open up the door, heads turn. Look, Braun Strowman's here. Y'all get shook. Better look away before you get these hands. A guy at the desk about to hear my demands.
How can I help you today, sir?
I want to update my bank book.
We actually haven't used bank books in about 10 years. Do you have our online banking app?
I said update my bank book. Also, can I use the bathroom? I'm the monster in the bank. Just trying to make him bang. I'm the monster in the bank. Just trying to make him bang. I'm the monster in the bank. Just trying to make him bang. I'm the monster in the bank. Just trying to make him bang. Yes.
Nice.
You enjoy that?
I like that.
Now,
That's
are you a
good.
fan of the monster in the bank?
Yeah. So are
Trying
you
to make it rain. Briefcases.
So are you going to have a longer version, or is that it?
Well, if I can get my shit together after this pod, I'm going to make a longer version and have it up on my YouTube channel either sometime, today, possibly tomorrow. It might be a thing I have to do, kind of burn the midnight oil to make an actual uploadable version. I'm not going to have a video. It's just going to be a song.
Yeah, that's fair.
With the cover,
That's fair.
I'm the weird. I can release songs. I don't need music videos for everything.
Sure.
I also don't have time. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, you are going to England for 2 weeks, so
Yeah, going to be in the UK.
Yeah.
That's the UK.
I got it.
No, you didn't get it. You would have laughed heartily if you got my hilarious joke.
I try to ignore some things because they're just too stupid.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you update my passbook?
Update my passbook, Matty.
I use online banking.
The mobile phones are too small for my big hands.
What'd you think of?
I crush my mobile phone every time I try to log into my banking app.
Actually, it would be funny watching him use like a device.
That's
to
why he
try
keeps a
and,
passbook.
He's
bro.
got his phone as a tablet.
Oh, he needs like the Nexus or the Galaxy Tab.
Yeah.
He can't use a basic little
No,
Samsung.
he's got an 8-inch tab.
Little
Just
tiny basic bitches.
what'd you think of Braun and Finn having the exact same match again?
I feel like this is a way to make Finn look. Sorry, I feel like this is a way to make it look like Finn doesn't have a shot at winning because I think he may be one of the guys that's in line and still in their kind of
Really?
radar for actually winning the
I
briefcase.
kind of got
know
this
it's
the other
weird.
way.
Okay.
I saw this more as like Finn hit him with his finisher a couple times and we didn't get the payoff. I feel like this was Finn had Braun down to prove that I can get him down. And
then what happened? KO interfered?
KO interfered.
Right.
So I also feel like it was a good way to get KO to start giving some heat.
Yeah,
Because he was interrupting the matches. And
It's hard to read too much into these big multi-man scrums before a main event because it's just a way to get everybody involved and try to put heat there, right? It's like they're trying to stoke the flames and get these guys all involved with each other and
do you think
backstabbing each other.
Do you think payoff show, like the go home shows, will actually see maybe some crossover where the SmackDown guys go to Raw and the Raw guys go to SmackDown?
No, I don't
No?
think so. I think they
You'll think
keep
they'll
all
keep
that
it-
stuff completely separate until
Interesting, okay.
sometime like a Survivor Series, and then they have to fabricate some fake heat between the two shows
Interesting,
and just show up and pretend they hate each other and beat each other down, even though they're buddies.
I mean, they are competing against each other, though, right? It's not like the Raw guys are fighting the Raw guys and so on.
Yeah, but there's no team aspect to it. So why would the SmackDown guys show up together and be like, it's us against you?
I don't mean like together as in they're wearing blue shirts and they're going to attack the Raw guys. I mean, they could do it just to soften them up, quote unquote. But I was just wondering if maybe we see like Miz crossover for just a quick.
It'd be fun, but I think that it kind of defeats the purpose of having a brand split, and I don't like that idea.
True.
I like to keep them separate so that when you finally see it on Sunday, it feels new. That really kills a lot of the freshness of that.
That's true.
Right?
That's a good point.
To just have like Big E or Xavier show up and be like, "Hey, by the way, we picked our guy," and now
oh
Big
man,
E's,
could you imagine if they did that on Raw rather
Xavier
than on
versus Finn Balor randomly on Raw? That'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
but
no, I get it. It's a good point. It's a good point. Anyways,
what did you like Braun getting slapped by Finn Balor? I felt like Finn should have punched him. That felt kind of like a bitch move.
I do prefer
little tiny Finn, just like, well, I'll slap you in the face then. How about that? I'll slap you with my Balor bulge.
That's a different move.
Oh yeah, that's different. That's different.
I don't know.
It's a different move.
I didn't really think of it at the time, so I don't think I cared. I thought more of it would be like a, I don't know, like a sign of disrespect.
It is a sign. But when Finn's so little, it just looked.
I suppose it looked
like
silly, but I didn't really think of it at the
Braun
time.
threw him like 50 yards afterwards. One guy came out on top.
Yeah, fair enough.
He also threw a ladder like 50 yards last night.
Actually, and as I saw him throw that, I thought, one, wow, was that accurate? That could have been terrible because he hit like it was the
every
exact
time they
distance.
throw something in the aisle like that, I hold my breath.
Get nervous.
I'm afraid it's going to bounce.
I'm giving you the over/under of 70% that we see a Big Show size ladder at Money in the Bank for Braun. Would you take the over or the under that it happens?
Okay, under.
You're going to take under?
Under, yeah.
Okay. I'm giving you 70% too, so.
You mean like the 20-foot ladder?
You got a 70% chance that they no. What am I? Now I've lost myself.
What'd you call the ladder?
The Big Show ladder.
Well,
oh shit! I walked right into that. Damn it!
Don't walk under it. That's bad luck.
Oh god.
Sorry.
Oh my god. Now I've lost complete train of thought.
On the topic of Kurt Angle, because why not?
Match in the matter match. Bro.
Oh yeah. The matter in the leg bunny match. I love Kurt Angle coming out, and I love when they do this to baby faces. I love it's like, well, Finn, I know you can barely respond right now, but how about you wrestle this massive human being right now? And Finn's like, what, Kurt?
What?
What's that? Oh, what's that? Oh, I'm hurting. He's like, how about you just take him on immediately? And it's like, well, I could take 5 minutes or right now.
Kurt had a few good spots in this week's Raw.
He did. I like when he got covered in
the B
potato
team.
salad and stuff.
Yeah.
Potato salad.
Potatoes.
Potato salad. That was funny.
Oh, the B team.
Ooh, another random point here.
Yeah.
I would fucking love to see Braun Strowman in a feud with Drew McIntyre. I feel like that would be one hell of a Clash of the Titans. And two guys who can actually work.
They're big,
like,
yep.
Two big dudes. Like, I could see Braun as the babyface in it, the obvious babyface, and Drew as the big scary heel. And then Ziggler just there stirring shit up on the outside, being a dick. Just throwing super kicks to big Braun. Braun's like, whoa, where'd that dude come from? And then
Chad Gable runs out because why not?
I mean, I guess so, but I'm thinking more down the line.
Yeah, no, I
Gable is,
I see.
Been released because they're not using him for anything. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love Chad Gable. I don't know. I see money in Strowman and McIntyre for the title, man.
We haven't seen
at the top of the card. He's a big dude that can actually challenge Braun. It's
mean,
believable.
The only like big guy stuff we've seen really lately was Big Show and Braun.
Elias would be good too. Roman and Braun, they're similar.
But I mean, even just like big guys, two big guys in the ring. Like I mean, we did get Braun and Brock.
McIntyre's not even. I wouldn't even call McIntyre a super heavyweight. He's not up there.
He's big though, man.
He's
it
a
seems
massive
like
man.
every week he seems to get bigger and bigger.
But
I feel like he's growing. It's
but
weird.
He's not like Big Show Braun level.
No.
He's not Lars Sullivan level.
I bet you he's bigger than Lars.
He's height wise bigger than Lars. But Lars is just like a weird
bowling ball
square beast. Dozovich would be funny.
Dozovich would have like 3 feet on him, but I bet you he's wider. Just the way.
I bet I could do a funny Otis Dozovich impression if I just watched.
Don't do it right now. Don't ruin it right now.
No, I'm not gonna.
All you got to do is get high pitched and just Oh yeah.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out.
Weights.
I gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
I gotta figure it out. But that's definitely
Oh
on my
yeah,
radar.
I got him.
You sound like Macho Man.
Oh, yeah, steak and weights, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, there's those of it, yeah. Backstage, lifted steak and weights, yeah. Oh, yeah, cream of the crop, NXT to the top, yeah.
I love when you do these voices. You get right into the character, you with like the twitchy fingers and
yeah.
everything. Like you gotta feel it.
Macho
man.
Man was just like playing little tiny violins with his hand all the time, yeah. Maybe
Anyways.
just pointing fingers. Oh, yeah. Big it, Matty. Yeah. You're here in the house that ADC built. Yeah. I'm moving, man. Maybe to a little itty-bitty condominium on the moon. Yeah.
I don't think they've built on the moon yet much.
I might have to reconsider my plans. Yeah.
Anyway,
Would
that
you
was
like
strange.
to move on?
Well, we kind of talked about Seth Rollins being amazing already. I did just want to say that everything they did with Rollins, Mahal, and Elias on Raw I thought was perfect.
Yep.
Seth is everything we thought he could be.
Yep.
During his 2015 title run when everybody wanted him to turn face because he was just carrying the company and just killing it. And they had him going up against guys like Kane and Sting and just being kind of wasted. And now he's there, man. He's that dude. I don't know if his pants qualified as fire pants.
Fire pants! I'm wearing fire pants. These are my fire pants. Do you like my fire pants? Check out my fire pants.
No, his fire pants are very specific. They were very red, but his fire pants are different.
So you're saying these
Don't play it.
You're saying these were normal pants.
Normal pants! I'm wearing normal pants. They are just black and red. There are no flames on them. Check out my normal pants.
They were normal pants.
I like Jinder Mahal right now.
I never not liked Jinder Mahal. He's a great heel.
You didn't not like Jinder Mahal? Everybody hated Jinder Mahal.
No, man.
Everybody was pissed about Jinder Mahal last year.
I said, what was it? I don't know, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, that SmackDown Live took a dive when they took the belt off Jinder Mahal. The show was better when he was the champion.
I disagree. When
I think
Jinder
you're
was the
stupid.
champion, the title felt like a mid-card title, and the U.S. title picture
I
with
disagree. People-
Kevin Owens and
people
AJ
hated
Styles felt like the world title.
Nope, I disagree.
People hated them in the wrong way, though. Over there, they were like, this guy is in the wrong position. We don't like him carrying the title. The title matches are boring. You're facing Randy Orton like 600 times in fucking bamboo cage matches.
Terrible.
I'll
give you that.
At least it spawned one of my most famous Doc Hendricks skits ever.
That's true.
You can buy a bamboo flute from the from the battleground match.
Yeah. I think...
what the hell was it called? What the hell's the name of that match? I'm blanking on the name of the match. The Punjabi Prison match.
Prison, yeah.
You can get your very own Punjabi flute made from the reinforced bamboo of the Punjabi prison for $9.95.
Did you hear after Seth was down, they came back from a commercial and they were putting the neck brace on him and he was being a hero and getting up? Could you hear the crowd singing him happy birthday?
Yes.
I thought that was amazing.
I was like, read the room, guys.
Yeah, I thought that was so good.
He's like, just give me a minute.
Give me a minute.
Just give me a minute.
Happy birthday.
Just give me a minute. They're singing me happy birthday. Just give me a minute.
I love that. No, but Seth is friggin' fire right now, man. Everything he touches is
Fire
gold.
pants?
And nope, don't do it.
I did it.
Yeah, you did. I don't like that you did that because he wasn't wearing them.
Speaking of fire, I liked him showing a little fire by attacking Mahal with the chair.
Yep.
I thought that was good.
I really liked it.
Where do we go with the Elias thing? I think this could be a really fun
I think it just leads
feud,
to
man.
next week's Intercontinental title match. He seems to be fighting someone new, and they set up someone new every week. I'd be surprised if it goes a little further. Although if you were going to do something a little further, Elias is the guy, and it sounds like Elias might actually be getting a bit of a push here soon because
He's good, man.
Everyone's really liking what he's doing.
He's
So
good in the ring too. He's big. He's
awesome.
aggressive.
He's
It's
so good.
believable. A lot of
Yeah.
his offense. I think the drift away is a cool move.
Yeah.
His music's actually awesome, and we never get
This
to
week
hear it.
was even better. The way they went to commercial and came back, like I loved it.
I had to hear my own voice.
I also love that he threatened to leave again. I love that he didn't threaten to leave again. He threatened to
Was it?
threaten to leave
I was
again.
watching at work, and sometimes we can see the backhaul feed, so we
Right.
actually get the truck feed, and I can see what's going on during commercials.
Oh, okay.
Was he in the ring where he was just walking towards the ropes? And
No,
they
he
would-
just sat there.
They would cheer, and then he'd go back to the stool, and they would boo.
He might have, but we didn't see that. If that would have happened
That wasn't
during
on
the
TV?
commercial. No,
okay,
that wasn't
so
on
in the
TV.
commercial, he just got up and he walked towards the ropes, and people would be like, "Yay!" And he'd be like, and they'd go back to the chair, and they'd boo, and he'd go to the ropes and be like, "Yay!" And they go back to his chair. Boo. It was really funny.
No, he threatened to leave, and then they went to commercial.
And then he actually left.
And then when he came back, yeah. When he came back from commercial, he threatened to leave again. So he's money,
Don't
man.
Make me
He's so good.
threaten to leave again.
Yeah, he was so good.
Hello, I am Elias. And this audience stinks. Nia Jax impressed me on Monday. You did not like this. I liked this.
She impressed me. She was great. 100% loved everything that she did. I have a few issues. It wasn't like 3 weeks ago she was being bullied and told this great story about being bullied.
I thought we might go here.
And now she's literally in the ring bullying a woman who is apparently unconscious and can't move.
Who then got up smiling
Who then got up and walked away,
again,
yeah.
which was a very strange expose as far as wrestling being fake. She's like, I just took a big Samoan drop or whatever, but I'm up and smiling and ready to take another move because this is all just a big show and it's all fake.
Also,
Asuka
literally tapped her out with an armbar 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Well, that's kind of a funny heel thing, but she's learned how to defend herself because she remembers that. But
I just like
before we move on from the bullying thing, the first note I have here, I'm going to read you verbatim. Nia Jax impressed me on Monday. A, the great irony here is Nia was bullying this girl and turning heel so easily.
She's just a heel now.
She's a heel now.
That's it.
All it took was Steph to say like one thing about her not thinking that she could beat her or whatever, or that she's going to tap you out or she's going to take your arm. And then Nia's just like, you know what? Screw my whole bullying message. I'm going to bully the shit out of this girl.
I said it last week. She looked like a heel sitting at that table, smiling and not disagreeing with Steph the whole time. And then she comes out this week and is just full-blown heel. I love this character. I'm not going to lie. This is exactly who Nia should be.
Yeah, let's kind of... You know, we'll shove all the strange
the weirdness,
irony to the side, the weirdness aside, and let's look at it as it is, and we'll take it at stock value.
It's awesome. She was great.
She was very good
in
this segment, in my opinion. She
very
crushed this poor lady with her little senton flip. And
awesome on the mic, too.
To drop a leg on her and just attack her again. And then she was actually showing some real charisma, and she sort of found her real voice. She's acting like herself. This is much more of a natural thing than the anti-bullying stance, even though I feel like that actually connects with her. But to be this big, scary character, I mean, it really just works better with her look, right? She's massive compared to the other women.
Yep.
She's scary. And Ronda doesn't have to do much in this role other than to just kind of stare and be like, okay, you call me, you can say, you cute. You can boop me on the nose all you want.
I wanted her to boop her, though. She didn't touch her. I wanted to boop.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been...
That's the evolution of it. Next week, go home show.
Touch her.
She's gonna boop. She's gonna boop her.
Oh, my God. How do you do that?
I think she's going to get booped, McMahon.
My God, Jesse. She booped her on the nose.
No, this was perfect for Nia. This is exactly the character who she should be. But I have a hard time pushing the weirdness to the side because... It just wasn't long enough ago for it to be okay for us to just sweep it under the rug.
We didn't
even go one pay-per-view before she's just...
Yeah, we didn't clean up those loose ends.
Nothing. Nothing. So anyways, I love the character. Don't get me wrong. I love it.
This was further down the line, but I want to talk about this right now. Speaking of switching women back and forth, Lana is the face. Lana is the heel. Lana is the face. Lana is the heel. Lana is the face. Come on. Lana is the heel.
I'm not joining
Come
in.
on. Lana is...
No, I'm not joining in.
Lana is a
Nope.
face.
Nope.
Lana is a heel.
Clap, clap.
Not bad. Got some pipes on you.
I like
that
he
was
said
literally
clap,
my
clap.
first... Yeah, that was my first note so I guess she's a heel?
Dude, I told you last week Rusev was still a heel. Despite what they were doing with Lana, I'm like, man, Rusev's still a heel. There's no way they were just like switching Rusev to a babyface like that.
And it's funny because I feel like this is exactly what we said where WWE is just like, oh, this is what you want? Too bad.
Yeah. They love to mess with people with the Rusev Day thing.
Did you watch Rusev's live Instagram?
No, I did
of the
not.
match
No, I did
or
not.
of the dance-off, though? pretty good.
Is it?
I like it because you can
Does
when
he
you
go
watch
back
it
to
on
his face? He's like, oh,
No.
snap.
never. He records the whole
You
thing.
got served, bitch.
But on TV, you can't hear the little crap that they're saying to each other in the ring. But on the Instagram story, you can hear it.
Oh, really?
So you can hear Rusev and Aiden just be like, oh, this is awesome. Oh, that was great. But then when Naomi, the whole time Naomi dances, Rusev's like, this isn't dancing. That's not a dance move. This isn't dancing.
No, that's terrible. That's not a good dance move.
Yeah,
That's terrible move.
pretty much. It's. I hope they do more of this.
That's just shaking your ass. That's not dancing.
Yeah, I hope they do more of it because it was all, I didn't even know he did it. I saw him with his phone.
That's funny.
And then I guess I missed it, but they announced it, or one of them, I think it was Corey Graves saying, "Oh, Rusev's recording this to his Instagram live." Blah blah blah.
Yeah. They definitely addressed it.
They addressed it,
you
but
can
I
see him with the
didn't-
phone.
Yeah, I just didn't think of it, and then I went on Instagram because I follow.
So
them,
where's
obviously.
this headed? Does this have a fast track to a pre-show match at Money in the Bank, or is this just a SmackDown
They're
thing?
both. I mean, maybe with the Usos and Rusev Day, maybe, but Lana and Naomi are both in the match. So
Oh yeah, they are.
I think
guess you
this
could
is
have
just,
the Usos and Rusev Day have a tag match now.
they could, but they
They
also
could get some
set up.
number one contendership status out of it.
Yeah, and they set up Charlotte and Becky for next week as well. So I feel like the girls and the guys that are in the Money in the Bank, they're going to have these intertwining little stories for the next 2 weeks. So.
I don't know if Lana missed a cue or something, but did you notice Jimmy and Jay just standing there letting Naomi get beat down for so long? It was really awkward. They were just like, hey, hey, hey. And then,
Well, they can't attack Lana, right?
no, but you could pull her off of Naomi.
Well, I mean, Rusev and
Aiden
didn't
came
either.
in and pulled her off afterwards.
After. It took a little bit.
But it
yeah.
took a little while. And I feel like, I don't know if Lana
should
was
have been the
supposed to
other
do
way
something
around,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just like,
Well, maybe Rusev's the face now.
Usos are the heels and Rusev is the face. Usos are the heels and Rusev is the face. Machka!
Yeah.
Happy Rusev Day. It's over. The Rusev Day
It's
thing is
over.
over.
It's over.
It's done.
Yeah.
I'm very sad about it.
No, I don't know. I liked the whole thing, I guess. It was fun. It was fun. You know what? It was more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be terrible.
I
And
thought we might get a mixed gender tag match, like a 6-person
we still
tag.
could, right?
Next
we still
week,
could,
maybe. And then I would love to see actually New Day. I would love to see Rusev Day versus the Usos. I think that would be
Yeah.
an awesome series of matches.
I'd be okay with that.
I don't mind Rusev as a heel. You just have to, I don't know, they have to do it
But
better.
I hope he stays
He's so
as a
in between,
smart ass heel. I don't want him to go back to
and he's
the
not doing
Machka
anything.
crap.
No?
No, I don't want him to go back to the Bulgarian brute. I like this Rusev Day
I do
portion
love
of it
me some Bulgarian brute.
but he's got
so
the
funny.
charisma as this and the comedy for this POS character.
know.
Like I don't
He
know.
has to be a little more of an asshole, though, to be a real heel right now. Because they're not really doing anything that dastardly. Like,
They aren't. You're
Lana
right.
did. She attacked Naomi in
Yeah.
the middle of a dance battle that was
Nice-
the
nice
most
neck breaker.
epic and important thing in the world that somehow came about on Twitter. I totally forgot that Lana was part of the Pitch Perfect series, by the way.
So did I. And then I was like, oh yeah.
Totally a background role, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay, I think we talked about a dance battle on SmackDown.
You
for long
probably
enough.
far enough. Let's go to a barbecue.
That is an appropriate place to go next,
Yeah.
I say. The B Team Memorial Day Tag Team Barbecue.
They always do this on holiday crap. They
I
always
know.
give us some
it's so
stupid segment.
throwaway, but it was funny.
I liked at least this tied into a story more than just coming out and having a Halloween match or something, right?
Yeah.
Like they were trying to entertain their fellow teams
Yeah.
so that they could get a champion. There was a bit of a background to
You know, I
it.
hope those hot dog buns were gluten free for the Ascension because they were just chowing down, and they're going to have some serious problems if they're actually celiac.
Rhino mowing down those bologna
Look at my boy
sandwiches.
Rhino, he's still eating.
I'm not even looking at him. Is he eating? I'm assuming he's eating.
Yo, he is so underutilized. Heath Slater,
Rhino? Oh, Heath.
not
yeah.
Rhino. Rhino's fine.
Rhino's
he's perfect.
kind of right in his
He's just-
lane. Yeah.
he's just being used in the right way.
Yeah.
Just a dash of Rhino here and there,
Yeah.
just eating food because he's getting a
Gore,
little bigger.
gore, gore.
That was a perfect Rhino. We need that. That's your impression.
That's my impression. It's silent.
Yeah, Maddie's
Just look
impression
around
is
quickly.
looking around like Rhino when people are chanting gore. But Heath Slater is so damn funny.
He
and
is.
You can see why they got so over when they were doing that "I got kids" thing.
Yeah.
But holy shit, man, he made me laugh.
He's good. He's good. I
Cole cracking up the whole time was killing me too. I don't know because you know they're all friends, and just to see them
For
all
sure.
acting like absolute idiots, you know that they know it was stupid. And
s-
this segment was ridiculous.
I still have a hard time seeing the revival in these segments, though. They're just, I don't know how these guys are stars in NXT, and then they come up, and Vince and these guys are just like, nope.
He just doesn't see them as money. It's honestly just, it's got to be just Vince. He's
It's
like, "They're
annoying,
too small,
man.
pal.
They're small, sure, but they're so good. It drives me crazy. That was one thing I got out of it.
280s, damn.
I loved Titus's shirt. Did you see the shirts?
No, it was on the shirt.
It was the Rumble, Stumble, and Slide.
Oh, nice
shirts, and then it's got his feet sticking out of the words.
Yeah, I saw a video. Daniel Bryan did an interview with this UK podcast. I forget what it is, but it's like a Sky Sports UK podcast.
Okay.
They get all the WWE talent, and it was about the actual Stumble. And he said that Titus came in and just started kicking Daniel's ass right after he fell.
Yeah.
And Daniel was getting furious. He's like, I was about to kick him in the face. He's like, I don't understand what's happening. It was furious. And then he said he looked up at the Tron and they showed it like 5 times in a row.
And he's like, oh.
And Daniel thought, okay, I get this. I'm just going to let it be.
I'll take my whooping.
Yeah, apparently he bore the full brunt of Titus's aggression after that. But he got over it. World Slide.
Can I just make a quick point here?
Yeah.
How is it that we don't seem to care or ever talk about the actual tag team champions on Raw?
Well, look at SmackDown. The Bludgeon Brothers are the champions right now. Could you have told me that off the top of your head if I asked you really quick who's the tag champs?
Well, yeah, because I watch every week. But I thought the same thing. Like the tag divisions on both shows, there's more intriguing stuff happening below the actual titles.
They honestly have the belts on the wrong people right now.
It's so weird.
What?
Sorry, Steve.
The wrong fucking people.
Yes, the wrong people.
The podcast right now is being hosted by the wrong fucking people, you pieces of trash. And that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so.
All right, Steve. Sorry,
Fair.
man.
That's fair.
I guess I deserve that, but
I don't.
I didn't deserve that. Shut up, Steve.
Fuck yourself.
Wow.
Wow. 0 to 100.
You
Good
know,
Lord.
eviction is always an option.
You can't evict him. Give me a break.
I know it's Stone
He
Cold
makes
Steve
the
Austin.
show.
He lives in my basement,
Yeah.
Steve. It's cool, I guess.
I don't know. It seems weird to me because like Bray and Matt getting together was a nice little storyline, but nothing's
We
happened
haven't
with
seen
them.
the compound since they got together at the friggin' Ultimate Deletion.
It'd be so easy.
On YouTube.
It'd be so easy for them to get that back into the front line. I don't know. Like the
Why
B team is
Uncle
great,
Bray or Uncle Zenith or whatever the
but
hell?
Brian Wyatt apparently.
Yeah. Why is
Kurt?
he not playing with King Maxwell around the compound?
It's weird, man. It's like both shows. The
It'd
tag
be so
division
fun
is
to just see them as like a happy family.
It'd be amazing. Have Bray there. I don't know. It just
Maybe Bray is singing songs while, Rebby's playing the piano and Matt's just enjoying it in the background like, yes, wonderful, Bray, yes.
But I mean, like they had a match against the
You
Ascension,
have the voice of an angel, yes.
and then the Ascension was at the barbecue. It's just I don't know. It just seemed
The Ascension, yes.
You know how I feel about the tag teams. I've talked about it many times, and there's like the whole division. I just wish they'd give it some focus a little bit.
I know. SmackDown's been good lately with the tag stuff.
But again, outside of the title, right? Like Luke Gallows and
I know.
Anderson were behind, like backstage. You didn't even see them on the show.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
they didn't
weird.
even come out.
I was like, oh, okay, they're just here talking about, Anderson's hot Asian wife and how she loves
Do you know where that came from, though?
Carl Abs or whatever the hell
Do
he
you know where
called
that
himself.
came from?
What?
It was either Instagram or Twitter. He posted a picture of him. He's shirtless in the picture, but he's
Right.
posting a picture of his hot Asian wife, as
Yeah.
quote unquote, as he said. And the dude looks ripped.
Right.
Like you kind of have to double take to make
What do
sure
they call
it's
him?
him.
Carl Abs?
Carl Abs Anderson or something.
Yeah.
He put the abs in absolute
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
something or other. I don't even remember. It was bad.
It was all right. Good brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally forget that they're in line for title shot, and I totally forget that the Bludgeon Brothers have the titles
Now,
and that they want. I don't even know if have we even seen them since WrestleMania.
No, I think they came out. They were at Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Did they wrestled at Backlash?
I think they-
Usos had a rematch, or was that at Greatest Royal?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
It's
all
been long
so
enough that it just
disposable.
doesn't seem. Yeah, it's weird.
I've been far more interested in what's going on with like the New Day and the Bar and Miz.
Yeah.
because all 6 of these guys are operating on another level right
what
now.
a friggin' match!
Yeah, it was
like that was
fantastic.
pay-per-view quality right there.
SmackDown is so much more fun.
It's so
Raw,
good.
Raw this week, I'll give it credit.
Better.
Raw was entertaining.
Yep.
It got a little long, but that's just part and parcel with being 3 hours long.
Yeah.
But man, it was good. SmackDown, Xavier Woods continues to step it up.
That hot tag when he came in at the end of the match there too was ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He is really good.
Like I don't know why for a year I felt like he was just never used. He was always outside with his.
He was just the
trombone
mouthpiece
and-
out
Yeah.
on the end with the trombone.
But
Francesca
my
Turbo
God,
too.
is he good?
Francesca 2 Turbo. Excuse me.
Whatever. He keeps whatever. But the match was amazing.
Yeah, I really was enjoying that match. I actually got chills when Big E caught Miz in that transition tilt-a-whirl into the big ending. I was just like, oh, that was a nice finish.
Because he didn't stop, right? Like it was fluid.
He picked him up
great.
in the gut wrench.
Yeah.
It was like a tilt-a-whirl around to the big ending, and then he dropped them. And it was just a nice, smooth finish, and they had the crowd. It was the right time, and it got a big pop and a good reaction. And that just hit me as like a wrestling fan. I'm like, that's good wrestling. I enjoyed that.
And the crowd was into it like the whole time, too. It's not like they just came in at the end. Like there were a couple really good false finishes where you thought, oh, the heels are going to win, whatever. But it it had the spots, it had the storytelling. It was very entertaining. It had a great finish.
Excuse me. Ugh, I'm dying
right?
inside. No, that was disgusting.
You all right?
It had it all was what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay. Even Kofi's spot where it looks like he's going up the ropes to jump and be in the ring, but no, he just climbs on the post and jumps on the bar outside the ring. Like it was.
He actually jumped off the back of.
He jumped off the post.
Did he jump off the post? At one point, he jumped off the back of somebody.
He jumped off
outside.
the back of Sheamus.
Sheamus to the outside, right? That was a dope spot too.
It was just really good. It was a really good.
They
match.
just couldn't clap back after that, Matty.
Oh, stop
no one was
it.
able to clap back in this rap rivalry, man.
I do not understand the lingo or the.
Matt the Mark, you stupid Mark. You don't know a damn thing about hip hop or rap battles. You'd be out of place in there with the Usos and the New Day and dropping page references. I'm just going to steer clear of that. I don't want to be accused of bullying and have to leave.
Hey.
By the way, congratulations to Morrow on his documentary.
Oh, that documentary looks awesome.
I can't wait to see saying that as JBL.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to steer clear away from it, but that documentary is going to be very
that is
good.
very insensitive, you jerk. Baby, get his bottle. Oh,
I think
Jesus.
that doc's going to hit home personally for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, me too.
That's going to be awesome.
I will identify with part of it, honestly.
Same.
It's an important thing. Honestly, that to be completely serious, the trailer for that is unbelievably compelling.
It got me. The trailer got me.
It's compelling to the point that I just have to see it as soon as possible.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't mean to go into that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I took it into weird territory by pretending to be JBL and insulting Morrow I was trying to get you out of it. I kind of want to take out of the pod now because I feel bad. But whatever. JBL is the one who was wrong.
He was.
What else do we have to chat about? I wanted to talk really quickly. Nakamura, Dillinger, sure, really quick.
Entertaining match, actually. I thought it was going to be a quick squash.
Yeah.
But Ty that got up twice at the 9 count. I like that a lot. Yep. I like that he mocked him with his own, come on.
Yeah, and then he's just counting to 10. Yep. That's kind of his thing now. It's good. It's still good. I don't have a lot more to say. AJ is just well, you saw what he did to poor Todd Dillinger out there. He's a jerk face, but my dick's healed up, and I'm ready to go for 10 seconds at least.
Tip to taint.
Yeah. I've healed from tip to taint. My junk ain't broke. I'm super woke.
Okay.
We're going to be nice to each other's device this time. We're trying to get to a count of 10.
If you want to hear the full song, please hit up ADC's YouTube channel.
Take care of our little men.
My God. Should we move on?
Going to hit you right in the ball sack seam.
So no to the moving on, or
take care of your swim team.
Okay, I see. So no to
swim team.
It's swim team because of the.
It's an AD seaman joke.
I'll acknowledge. Well played. I'll acknowledge that. That was good.
Yeah,
that was funny. Better than ook.
I make a lot of bad ones, but there's some good in there.
Not much, but some.
The last thing I wanted to mention was why is Carmella not scared of Asuka? Why is Carmella so just braggadocious, so brazen that she's holding up the title in Asuka's face and actually acting like she's a badass? Carmella should be scared to death of Asuka.
I feel like that would fit more into her character for sure. I don't know. I feel like you're right. I can't disagree with you.
I just don't get it. I don't know.
But I mean, I guess it feeds into her cocky Mella is money thing.
It does.
Because she is going to win. She's going to beat Asuka.
She probably will.
She's going to beat Asuka by nefarious means, but
yeah. I know that she beat Charlotte Flair and she's got
twice.
That. Yeah, I beat Charlotte Flair.
Who?
I know that Charlotte Flair. I beat Charlotte Flair.
Who?
I beat Charlotte Flair. I beat Charlotte Flair.
Who?
Sorry, this is going to be, people are going to unsubscribe.
Yeah, this is the one.
This is go away.
This is the one, yeah.
I just unsubscribed.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. it has to be proved to be false at some point.
True.
She has to be out there screaming and running away from Asuka. She can't just take this challenge head on and not be scared of Asuka. If she is unafraid of Asuka and that foolhardy, she needs to lose immediately.
Yeah.
And just be like, I'm not scared of you. Mela is kick to the face.
Kick to the face,
Asuka
choke her
lock.
out. Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you on any of these points, so I don't think we need to talk much more about it. However, do you think someone missed the hit the music cue during the holding up the belt segment portion of that?
I did not notice.
Watch it again. It's a little long.
Is it?
Awkwardly.
You know what?
I was like,
I watched a lot of these clips on YouTube. I wonder if they edited that out.
maybe.
I watched
it.
YouTube first because I was at the car dealership. I was getting my car
Yeah.
serviced. Don't make fun of me for getting my car serviced at the dealer, first of all. And secondly,
Well, it's still under warranty, right?
it's under warranty.
It makes
That's
sense.
why. Yeah. I got to baby it for a while.
Hey, they got a great bumper to bumper warranty. I'm looking at that brand myself. I'm not putting them over until they pay us.
That's true. That's true.
It's white. The car is white. That's as far as we'll go.
The good folks at White. No, it's a Hyundai.
Whoa.
I drive a Hyundai. All right. Drive a Hyundai.
You could have said
You could send
rhymed
us-
with Hyundai
No,
or
but
something.
the way it works is we put over Hyundai first.
Oh, I see. And then they
send us-
contact
It's like
us. Got it.
150,000 kilometer
Got
bumper to bumper or something. It's like it's a good. I'll take money now. It's
Good.
Hyundai.
Hyundai, if you want to sponsor us, contact me at 226. Wait,
This is weird.
I shouldn't.
Why are you doing
I
that?
shouldn't do that. Never mind.
No.
Never mind.
Let's not give out our personal information.
Fair enough.
I don't even remember what we were talking. Oh yeah, but I was at the dealership
Oh, yeah.
getting my car serviced
Wow.
from tip to taint, and
my
I
God.
was taking good use of their free Wi-Fi, and I was on the YouTube watching the
Mm-hmm.
SmackDown stuff I wasn't able to watch, and putting together a lot of the show notes, and I found that it was actually a very, very efficient way to get things done because they just
Probably.
don't upload stuff like entrances or recaps from last week.
It's just the
all the
important
stuff that
stuff.
fills like 40% of the show.
Yeah.
Even the beginnings of matches, they just cut to the ends of matches results. It was actually perfect. I might start just doing that. And if people start calling me on like ADC didn't talk anything about like the Nakamura promo segment, if people start noticing, then maybe I'll have to go away from that.
Sure.
But man, it's a good tool.
Either way, my point was she held up the title way too long, and I feel like someone missed a music cue because then eventually it did hit, and she was like, "Okay, now I can moonwalk." Got it.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Can we move on now?
I think it's time for just two tweets.
Yay!
The following segment was paid for by the ADCs of wrestling.
Hey yo, this is just two tweets.
Two tweets.
Okay. Two tweet me, bro. Let's do this. Jim Martin, our boy at Jim Martin at Latouton.
Don't spell it.
I still
Figure it out.
LE2. No, I'm not going to spell it.
Foundation will find them
Yeah. Foundation
at Latouton.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you never told us what it means, poor Jim. Did I just hear Kurt Angle say Matterlatch on live TV?
Yes, you did.
Hashtag he's clearly a fan. Hashtag just two tweets. Yeah, Kurt's definitely been listening.
Yeah.
And Kurt's he's actually see the problem is Kurt's actually started to say stuff better because since he started listening to the show, he's been trying to screw things up and then screwing up the screw ups and saying things right by accident. So he's been coming out. He's like, it's going to be a Money in the Bank ladder match. Oh no, I was supposed to
that's
say.
wrong.
Damn it! I wanted to say Gunny in the Bank Matterlatch. Oh, ADC's going to be mad. So, I guess you guys have me to thank for him actually saying things correctly lately because he's trying to screw up for the ADC dub and for the foundation.
I love that foundation. Just say the full word.
Oh, if you guys are
are
gonna be the
34 years old. 33?
33.
33 years
Well,
old.
I've only been 33 for like 2 days, man.
Doesn't matter. It counts. I love that every week Kurt has some sort of meme for him. Like whether he's staring off into space or watching TV the right way or whatever.
By
or
the way,
something
he was watching
said.
TV this week at
The
much,
right way.
much too natural in
Yeah,
a viewing
it was
angle.
weird. It was weird seeing
far
it.
too natural.
If anything, he probably wasn't watching the match.
He was probably just trying not to watch it, but he screwed it up.
Yeah.
And he watched naturally by accident.
We spent a lot of time on this Kurt Angle thing.
Klondike Dan. Klondike Dan, did you call yourself that because of Tony Schiavone's stories about Klondike Bill? At me. I hope that's the case. Because that
At
would be
Klondike
great.
DJI.
Yeah, at Klondike DJI or DJ. No, probably DJI.
Yeah.
See, this is why I should just say their names, honestly.
Yeah, but then how are people going to find him? Come on.
They just search Klondike Dan and they'll find it.
Yeah, so what about Jonathan? They're just going to search Jonathan and find the right
video
guy?
games for you. Jonathan, I guess you're right. Anyway, he says, who is a better manager, Jameson or Yamaguchi-san? # random, # bushwhackers, # Kaintai. This is a great tweet because it's not at all on topic and it just gets us to diverge into strange territory.
Yeah.
I got to say Yamaguchi-san.
I was going to say the same, yeah.
Because anybody who has the immortalized line of, we choppy choppy pee pee, is going to go down as one of the best managers in WWF history. I love me some bushwhackers. Jameson was a funny character. But Yamaguchi-san. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't disagree.
Chumpy pee pee. Wrestling used to be so highbrow.
Yeah.
Our boy Stu Little at SL Fricky says, I just realized questionable wrestling impressions in the intro can refer to both the impersonations and the opinions.
Very true.
Because that is true.
Yep.
It's a double meaning there.
Yep.
Which
they are questionable.
Maddie has questionable impressions of wrestling every week, you know?
Yeah.
He says, also, how do you feel about the fact Raw doesn't have a proper intro anymore, just cold opens all the time? I noticed that for a while. They got rid of the Shinedown song, and I thought they were going to debut something new after WrestleMania because it's like a season debut. I kind of miss it.
I hadn't even noticed,
to
be honest.
That's the thing. It's not really necessary. It's not like it needs an intro song, but I do kind of miss it because I like the themes. I don't know. I like it.
I didn't notice it until seeing this tweet, and the more I thought about it, I miss it as well. But I think the way that, or at least maybe why they haven't done it, is because they were shaking things up a little bit. But with how quickly that team works, how could they not have pumped something out a week later?
I know. All you got to do is put new shots of the new guys.
Yeah.
They could have kept the same theme song too. It's still the same music.
Yeah,
it's still the Shinedown song.
Yeah, I
thought
really
they were
hadn't
gonna
thought of
completely
it.
Change it. So,
but I do like it because it's a good. I don't know. It's a good intro to the show.
Yeah, our boy Joe at JoeCS1220 says, as you prepare for your trip to England, will you be visiting the royal family? Do you feel compelled to take Steve along, possibly in a suitcase, or leave him in the basement? # just 2 tweets. # just 2 beers. Steve, are you coming with me to England?
No, fuck England and fuck the royal family, and that's the bottom line.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
He's got
a
strong opinions this week. He's really just...
He's angry.
I don't think I'm going to be taking him along.
A little extra ornery.
And I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but Steve's actually like 240 pounds, 50 pounds.
A little big for a suitcase.
Yeah, I don't think he'd fit in a suitcase.
A little bit over the weight.
The joke's on you, ADC. I spent 3 years before I moved in here sleeping in a suitcase on the street.
Wow. The things you didn't know about Steve. I thought he was a successful guy living at 316 Gimmick Street hosting a podcast.
Apparently not.
An award-winning podcast that ain't one shit.
By the way, Joe CS 1220. I don't think you said it.
Yes, I did.
Did you?
I absolutely did.
Well, edit this part out of the podcast.
He's a loyal soldier in the Great War.
He is.
Joe's a big fan. Also a big fan. Raider Max House Stark at Raider Max HS. He said, what do you think would be the better match? Asuka versus Becky Lynch or Ember Moon versus Charlotte? I got to go based on tenure on this one and just years of experience, and I'm going to say Asuka versus Becky Lynch would be a better match.
Interesting. I think they might tell a better story, but I think the crowd would be more into Ember Moon and Charlotte because it would be a little bit more high-flying. I think there'd be more spots.
A little more personality, I guess.
Yeah.
Character-driven.
Well, I mean, Asuka's got a ton of personality, and Becky's, like, all of a sudden has a crap ton of personality herself.
You're true. Yeah, that's true. Becky Lynch has the
good
disarmor.
question,
Asuka's got the Asuka lock. You at least have that kind of submission versus submission thing going on there. Becky Lynch also has a stronger move set than Charlotte. Because she's kind of like a brawler for the women, right? She's got like the big boot and she does her moonsault and she throws some chops and then it's time to go home. I think that the better match would be Asuka versus Becky Lynch. If you give these girls like 20 minutes, I think they could put on a classic.
I'd love to see both of them, to be honest. I'm still going to stick with Ember Moon and Charlotte just because I think the move sets would be a little bit higher risk.
Yeah, I missed his hashtags too. # just 2 tweets. # hi mom. # she doesn't listen.
Well, send her to the pod. Get her to listen.
Hey, Raider Stark's mom. Thanks for not listening.
Raider Max HS.
Yeah, Raider Max. Also, I got to read a second one from him here because he reminded me that we were supposed to talk about this.
We didn't talk about it.
He said, I asked this a few weeks ago on who needs the briefcase most. I don't know what member of New Day it will be, but my guess is it will be Big E. While I would love to see him win, I think Rusev needs it the most. So, Matt, who do you think needs the briefcase the most?
Becky and Finn.
Becky and Finn need it the most.
Becky and Finn.
You're going double babyface. That's very interesting. Very interesting. On the women's side, you know what? I do like Becky Lynch winning the briefcase.
She's been out of the picture for so long now. Like, it's been almost a year.
But you know what? I wouldn't mind a Sasha Banks briefcase win.
Sure.
And have her turn heel with it.
Yeah, I could see that.
Start being, Sasha Banks, Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Money in the Banks.
It's back to being the boss.
Yep.
Miss Money in the Banks. It's kind of like Mela is Money. It's a little
she led
on the nose.
She led that into that at on Raw as well in her selfie promo. She was like, "Oh, I'll have the briefcase and then I'll be the boss."
Obviously,
yeah.
They need to do something to kickstart her again because the fact that she just couldn't maintain any title, like she's like a 4-time women's champion and she's an afterthought right now. Yeah. So I think Sasha would be kind of cool winning it. Finn, I like. I'm just going to say Rusev because I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think Rusev with the title would be awesome.
I think it would be awesome as well. I feel like this is the best way to get Finn back into the Universal title picture.
You're right.
Because he never did lose it. He never had his rematch, blah, blah, blah.
And speaking of our boy Jonathan at Video Gaming For You, he says, do you think it should be required by WWE to provide towels to audience members in the front row when Jinder comes out? I swear his hair is an unlimited supply of oil, let alone his body. Random question, hashtag just 2 tweets. And then he replied saying his new theme could be the same as Rollins, but instead of burn it down, it could be wipe it down.
That's pretty clever.
Wipe it down!
Honestly, after the food fight as well, it's probably makes sense to give the first few rows some towels.
They got to start putting little disclaimers on the tickets and in your chairs. Maybe supplying umbrellas or ponchos.
Something.
The people in the front. Because
ponchos would be good.
Jinder does come out very oiled up. He's like Big E level oil,
Or syrup.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Hopefully it's not syrup. That would be sticky.
Well,
his hair is great. I like that Jinder's growing his hair out and just it's got like the kind of like the Jerry curl.
He looks more like a douche. Like he really does. It's perfect.
I'm douchey with my hair.
Yeah.
I like
but
it.
I mean, we've seen
anybody with hair is a douche in my opinion.
But fair. Ooh, touchy subject.
I'm not bitter at all. I'm fine.
No, but I think they all come out super oiled up and wet all the friggin' time. It's ridiculous. Like Seth a couple weeks ago came out and you could like his back was soaked.
Seth is one of the biggest offenders ever. Yeah. By the way, Baron Corbin should maybe stop that because I think your hair actually looks a little more thick when you don't soak it like that.
Shave your head. Although if you watch Dolph Ziggler by the end of a match, it's probably better that they soak their hair.
That's why they do it.
He looks like a clown.
Like
actually like Doink the Clown. Just poof.
Dolph. That is exactly why they do it because it looks goofy by the end of a match. And Seth's is like that too at the end of the match.
Oh, absolutely. It's always frizzy and always
frizzy, puffy hair.
Jericho was like that for a long time before he cut it too.
And Shawn Michaels, when he had the ponytail by the end of the match, his hair would be frizzy and his ponytail would be just like a nub.
To the side,
It'd be a nub at the end and you'd have to like pull it out.
Hey, speaking of
sweet chin music.
Ponytail nubs, Ty Dillinger cut his man bun.
Oh yeah,
you notice that was gone?
Yeah, it looks way better.
Way better.
Yeah.
Also, it looks kind of weird though.
Also, I wouldn't really know what he looks better then because I haven't seen Ty Dillinger in about 6 months.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hope to see you guys next week. We're gonna have
last
to really,
week before you go away. Let's remind everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna have to really cram in a quick show next week because I'm gonna be super busy and I'm going to the UK on the 8th of June. So I guess the show would be on the 6th.
I feel like next week we'll do it on the Wednesday and we keep it to like fantasy booking
just predictions
and predictions.
Very general discussion about Money in the Bank.
Quick hour and a half.
I don't know if I'll be able to tape or record any updates while I'm away, but. I'll stay active on Twitter. I'll try to watch stuff, like I said, on the WWE Network.
Well, you'll be like 14 hours ahead of us or whatever it is.
Yeah, but the pay-per-view will be going down at like midnight, so it'll be kind of awkward for me to watch it.
Yeah.
But I'll see. I'll try to do what I can. I'm also going to be obviously busy doing things with my wife and mom and family. So
you are going on vacation, so I mean, try to enjoy it a little bit.
I'm going to try to just be in vacation mode while I'm on vacation.
Go see your brother, who you basically see like once a year, if that.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
like once every 3-4 years.
I was going to say, when was the last time you actually saw?
No, it's been a long time. He was here for our wedding. So
Shane O'Cox.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago. Going on.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in like 10. So.
Well, you saw him at my wedding.
from afar.
Yeah, you might not have.
I didn't really
much,
talk to him.
but
Yeah,
you were there, and he was there.
I forgot I was at your wedding. What's up, Barbie?
Yeah. Anyway, follow us on social media. Tweet us at ADCs of Wrestling. As always, thank you to the members of the foundation for sending us tweets for just 2 tweets. Spread the word out there to friends, family, anybody you know that likes wrestling, any other podcasts. When you're mentioning them, maybe throw us a mention too. Tell people about the ADC dub. We'll be back again next week. Like I said, in 2 weeks after that, we'll be back and just doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
I'm at Andrew David Cox on Twitter and Instagram, at Matt the Markiest, IEST. Until next week, ball game.
Peace.
You're an idiot.